Hi, Maria here from Sweden. Welcome to my channel. I would like to share some really good words, some sentences that really help me and myself. And as you can see there, this is a translation made by me. I know that the English isn't perfect, but I hope you will understand the meaning of this saying. It's kind of a prayer that you can, have for yourself, telling yourself every day to be able to step up and be much nicer and kinder towards yourself. I for sure really need to do that. Wait, I'll just have to make this heart in a pretty color. For that I used the Mind Liner. So here we go. Forgive me for letting others control my thoughts and feelings. This is for you who really is I wouldn't say weak, but you have easy to take in what other thinks about you and your behavior, and I think that you should, or at least I will speak in my term, me and myself term. My challenge is to get a thick skin and don't let others to control what I feel and what I think. Sometimes you get an answer that you really, that hurts, or insinuations that you can, really wonder what that come from, and I really have to work with that, not getting this into me. Forgive me for giving away the right of defining myself to others. I have a uprising where I think the defining of myself hasn't been the best defining of myself. That's something that I've been working with now when I'm very much older, and I think that I would have been helped with some more self-esteem thoughts when I was a kid. Forgive me for having high or too high expectations on myself, I think you say, of myself. That's something that I do all by myself, have high expectations. I don't have it for my surroundings, but I have a tendency to have high expectations of myself and my acting towards other people, towards jobs and so forth. Forgive myself for all the times I have said yes when I actually wanted to say no. And I can see that I do that according to some people. I am good in saying no in some situations, but in some situations I really suck. So I really have to start saying yes much more often. Say no much more often than I do for the moment. Forgive me for not prioritizing my own needs when I wanted to please others. I am much better in that today, but I was really bad in this one a couple of years ago. Forgive me for not seeing my own power and not believing in my abilities. This is the ongoing challenge for myself. I tend to do really good jobs because I have very high expectations of myself, and as I work with other people, for me it's very important to give energy, to be reliable, and to do the most that I can, and that is, it could be that I am afraid of, what's happening if I don't do it. If I look at this challenge with the good enough glasses, let's say that I put in 80% of the work instead of 100 or 120, and so this is something that I work with, and this is you could write my name under it. Forgive me for all the time when I have felt guilt, even though I am not guilty. I've always taken the role to be the one that has to come back and say, I am so sorry, I didn't mean that, I am so sorry, and so forth. Where it's very apparent that my other part could be the one that I live with, or my kids, or my parents. And I think this comes from my parents. When we had fights when I was younger, we don't have that much anymore. And fights, argues, it was always I who went back and said, I am sorry. Because the void, the time where we didn't speak, it was so it was a moment where I really could panic. So I rather would say that it's my fault, I'm sorry, and then we, kept going forward than being in this empty room, the void, because that's torture for me. Forgive me for not understanding that I am worthy being loved for who I am. I am actually quite good in this one, and that's much thanks to the love of my life and to my kids. I love myself, but still, it's a very important quote. And then to finish, today is a new day. An unwritten future is in front of me, and I will listen to my inner voice. Everything is forgiven, and I am perfect as I am. Yours sincerely, me, myself, and I, and my name. And this is from a man called Gunnarsson here in Sweden. This one is written in Swedish, and he's very good in putting words on the truth of being a human. And I thought this was very good, and I thought that I would really like to share it with you guys. I hope these different forgive me's can help you to maybe reflect a little bit about how your situation is, and I am here if you want to talk. Thank you, take care, love from Sweden, bye bye.